if you want the models, we'll give you the models. If you want cool, radical outlaw mud show MxM, we can do that for you. We go both ways.
Hey everyone, I'm Veda Scott. We're back. Or maybe we're not back. Maybe this is the first episode, because here's the thing, guys. I'm getting a bunch of footage done in these couple days. And then I'm going to review it, and I'm going to decide how, in what order I want to release it. And now that you're sitting here with me, I feel like might be a good way to start.
This is a great opener.
We're competing for number one, is what you're saying?
Yes, this could be, honestly, the pilot.
People have told us before we're a great opening act.
Yes. Very fun opener.
Should not be anywhere near the main event, but we're a great way to start the show.
The first thing people see, people love us.
That's right.
Which is great, because I need this to work. I need this to be good. Let's start out with you guys.
Don't put any more pressure on us.
Okay, so here we are. The very first episode.
Yes, we're deciding right now.
Of Drawing Power with
Let's
me,
go.
Veda Scott. I have MxM with me in the house. Do the thing.
Do the thing. You can be an M or an X, whatever.
I think I have to be an X, right?
Yeah, you can be an X.
So that. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
We got Mason. We got Mansoor. We are here in North Carolina for DPW.
We are.
You guys, now, at the time of taping, yesterday you guys had a tag match.
Yes.
This is your first tag match back on the Independent.
That's right.
And it was, I have to say, pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Because there were some questions.
Really?
Will it suck?
What? Who's questioning it? Who asked? Who's asking these questions?
Which one of you asked this question?
Who asked?
There's always a question.
Wow.
Could it suck?
It could.
It didn't suck.
It didn't suck.
Guys, go to watch DPW, check it out. You've got a couple matches coming up, but first, hold on. So again, the premise of the show is we're gonna have a little chat, but we're also gonna be drawing and sketching.
Okay.
However, I don't have enough supplies for everyone, so I have sketchbooks for you, my guest. You're gonna have to hold on to the bucket of art, or
markers.
It's crayons and markers and colored pencils, but we don't have a pencil sharpener, so the colored pencils are.
They are what they are.
They are what they are.
Okay.
I don't know where am I gonna. Here, hold on. This is happening live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Whoa, cool.
There we go. All right.
Wicked smart.
This is actually better than what I had been doing.
Yeah, that's great.
So, okay.
Oh!
That's my dad reflexes.
Have a pad.
What are we drawing?
Have a pad. Well, so
Not money.
I do like to give a prompt because sometimes you're an artist.
Am I?
I've heard tell.
Who's leaked this?
I've heard tell.
We drew our t-shirts.
I did draw our t-shirt.
Okay, so that's actually like money making. I assume money making.
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Inshallah.
So you backstage, you were doing some gaming,
Yeah.
which is not my thing at all, famously. Not my thing, but draw your favorite video game character. Do that. Draw your favorite video game character. I'll do mine as well.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a big gamer, but I have some knowledge.
Cool.
But we're gonna just do a little drawing, and don't reveal it till the end of the show, because
Okay.
that's what we're building towards. But again, you guys are here on the Independence, slumming it on the Independence. Some
I
might
wouldn't
say,
say
some
slumming.
might say,
No.
some might say, but others might say that you are finally able to spread your wings.
We're free.
Creatively. You are free, and you had a match yesterday.
And it didn't suck.
It didn't suck with Miracle Generation, who are a really just a strong tag team on the Independents. And the tag scene right now in independent wrestling, as I'm sure you know, and have been studying up on, is great right now. It's really cool to see so many different tag units out there. So is that what you guys plan on mostly sticking to on this run? Do you want to mostly do tag stuff, or I've seen a couple single things advertised.
Well, a bit of the appeal of being independent is that we can do whatever we want.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. So we can even say the F word.
No!
Like you just did.
I
But,
did.
The big thing for us is, we'll go where people want us and we'll do what people want us to do. We say, if you want the models, we'll give you the models. If you want cool, radical outlaw mud show MxM, we can do that for you. We go both ways. And we're free. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I like doing both, and I think we have done a pretty good job of sort of marketing ourselves as not just a tag team, but as individuals, to the point where we're more of like a unit. It was cool doing the tag team match last night because we hadn't really done it in so long, and at the same time, we had never had a match like that together.
We haven't been able to have a match that didn't suck.
We had done house show loops in WWE where they were really, really great. They were mostly like character-driven, kind of fun model kind of stuff. So that kind of match last night that we had was very intense, like doing fucking giant moves, fucking dropping guys on their head with brain busters,
falling off stuff.
Him taking all those bumps.
I took so many bumps.
So many bumps. He's never taken that many bumps.
Just kept kicking out. Just stay down.
Well, he's huge.
Just stay down.
No, we can't lose our first match on the Indies. That would be tremendously embarrassing.
Spoiler, they won.
Spoiler alert.
It was live.
It was live, but in case you didn't see it, I'm going to switch it up, use some crayons now.
Yeah, so I prefer the crayons, I think, honestly.
I would use it for a different texture.
I like the crayons. But, so you guys have, again, at the time of taping, I believe it's next week, you're debuting for GCW.
Yes.
We are.
And you're going to be there for Big Gay Brunch
We're
down
going
in
against
Tampa.
Bussy!
Bussy!
So do you have a plan for just, like, destroying Bussy? Just, like, pounding Bussy?
So I've never pounded Bussy before. But I'm looking forward to it, my first time. And I just hope to not leave too much of a mess.
And this is, of course, your first Big Gay Brunch show.
Yes.
Which is an institution on the independents. Shout out Effie. I am bummed. I actually won't be there. This is one of the few gay brunch shows that I have ever missed. I unfortunately have other commitments. But I will be watching, and I'm very excited. But yeah, Effie and Allie, as Bussy, are another just solid tag unit. And I feel like it's, in terms of independent wrestling at least, it's been a minute since there were so many tag teams out there. And it's really exciting to have a team like you guys just jumping onto the scene. I mean, part of it's logistics. It's hard sometimes to convince a promoter, like, now you have to buy 2 floats. Yes.
Yeah.
But the more that we have out there with, good tag teams that kind of have their own thing going on, I think the more the tag ranks will continue to grow.
And I think people like tag team wrestling in general. People love to, when people said last night, the following match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, everybody gets excited. So it's a cool time. There's a lot of cool people in the tag team realm, and we're excited to be a part of it.
I think what helps is that, yes, it's more expensive to book a tag team, but when you look at me and Mace, or Mace and I, rather, you have 2 guys who are very different that work together very well. So you're seeing guys from completely different backgrounds, completely different sizes, completely different styles, work together in a way that is, am I using this word right? Congruent? Congruent? Like we mesh in a way that you would never see outside of a tag team match. Like if you get me, you're getting a completely different match than if you're getting Mace as a singles match and if you're getting us as a tag team.
You're getting kind of big and I'm getting kind of small.
Yeah, we are kind of switching a little bit. When I started this journey, I was like 165 pounds.
Twink.
And he was
experiencing twink death.
He was like, I am experiencing twink death. And he was like, what were you at your heaviest? 300?
325.
And now what are you?
260.
260. Skinny legend. I'm 206, 207.
But like your height is not going to change.
6'9".
As far as I know.
He has an 8-pack at his height. Is insane. The fact that he's able to get that shredded. Me, I'm never.
I like Cotton Hill style. You're not gonna lose your shins or anything.
If I did, then maybe I'd be a NXT champion.
But no, that's a great point, and you've especially now that you're having these, more layered matches, longer matches.
That's a great way to put it. Is when we're in a tag team, our matches are much more layered. Because if I'm wrestling the singles match, you're not seeing a goddamn choke slam off the second rope. You're not seeing these giant moves that he's doing. But if you get both of us together, you're getting the whole gamut.
Gamut,
so to speak.
And with independent wrestling too, you got more time. The matches are longer. The fans, they watch everything and they come prepared. There were people yesterday who were posing along with you.
Yeah.
A bunch of posers.
But when you talked about, if you want the models, you got the models. I have a question. And this is something that I personally wonder. As someone who, in my career, I've gone through different looks, and I'm, kind of just always, throwing stuff at the wall. With the whole model gimmick, did you have to buy a whole new wardrobe? Or were you guys, pulling from what you had?
We did have to buy our own wardrobe. But because we were Vince's last dying ripple into the abyss, they paid for all of it. They'd send us to the mall every week and they'd say, hey, we have a tennis collection this week. and we would like for you to get tennis outfits. So we'd be sent to a nice mall, and we'd get tennis outfits.
Because I'm thinking of like, again, I'll find this image. I'm thinking of an image. I'll put the image up. There was at least one like flowered mesh type shirt. I think I remember you wearing. Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, that had to have been purchased.
I don't know.
for the look.
Mansoor's got an eclectic taste. His mom buys him interesting clothes.
My mom buys me a lot of clothes. When she found out I was gonna be a model, she was like, "Oh, I'll go to Dolce and Gabbana."
And she bought me a bunch of clothes.
Yeah, she did. She was super into the model gimmick for sure.
And like shorts, so you guys had rocked a lot of shorts.
We did,
a lot of
yeah.
shorts.
We did.
Is that
The male thigh is a very powerful thing.
Well, because that was one of the things that when we did our modeling debut, Vince was like, "Make sure you keep the camera on Mesa's quads." Like they really wanted.
So we wanted to
see,
make sure that we were giving him quad.
And, like the whole thing was that they were talking about his legs and my eyes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm a leg guy.
And then
Most of me, it's,
I'm not a leg guy.
As you can see, as we're sitting here, we're about the same height.
Sitting,
But
yeah,
we are
that's-
not the same
like
height.
torso size is actually
That is a
you're
little
right.
strange. That's
Yeah.
very.
No,
It's a
I'm
little-
like,
He's all legs.
I'm
Yeah.
like to mention a video game. I'm like Bayonetta, who is a female who has like legs that go up to here. That's me.
Okay. So, do you have to like get your clothes tailored outside of being
When
a model?
I became a skinny legend, it became much easier to find pants. When I was much bigger, yeah, it was pretty hard to find.
So
pants.
the pants you're wearing right now, they are kind of short, but that's by design.
Yeah,
That's
these
sort
are
of how
harem
they go.
pants. I just like dressing like a Ronin ninja.
That's fair.
like a
It's-
samurai.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of travel, I mean, you want comfort.
It's
while you
very
tra-
comfy.
People who are completely put together on an airplane,
Are insane.
I can't do. I don't understand. Full face of makeup.
Oh,
like,
people wear suits
full
on a plane?
suit.
Like,
It's-
no
it's-
chance.
It used to be an event.
No chance whatsoever.
chance in
I'm
hell.
wearing pajamas on the plane.
I mean, I see people in full suits, and you know that they're thinking like, I wish that I was on a Pan Am cross country with a bar, and I
Yeah.
could smoke on this plane.
Yeah.
We wore
But no-
suits on a plane when we went to Connecticut because we were going straight, like it was like a day trip.
Yeah.
And I felt like a businessman because I had one bag, so I felt like I had my little briefcase. And yeah, no, it takes a different type.
There's times like too when I'm traveling and like I'll have lounge access, and I go in there looking like maybe I shouldn't be allowed in the
Disheveled.
lounge. And it just I don't know. I can't understand the like but I mean more power to you if you can get up and get ready to go
Yeah.
early in the morning. But in terms of travel, I mean, I was looking a little bit of what you guys have coming up. You're going to Poland?
yeah.
We're taking a walk to
So,
Poland.
yeah, there's wrestling in Poland, and I found this out because my husband, Speedball Mike Bailey, is also doing that show.
Oh,
in
sweet.
Poland.
Yes.
Yeah, and
we saw that. Are you going?
I'm not going. I'm not going to Poland. Not this time. I didn't know there was wrestling in Poland, and now I want to like learn everything about it. Because one of the coolest things about traveling with wrestling is you find wrestling everywhere, and a lot of times it's these smaller wrestling communities that are starting to come up. So, personally, where's your favorite place you've traveled?
So,
For wrestling or not?
We've done a lot of Europe.
Yeah.
And one of our favorite matches we ever had was actually against the Alpha Academy. And
Okay.
that was in Paris.
Ooh.
Where we were walking the streets of Paris, which are covered in feces. But we went to go get bread because, as you do, you get pan in Paris. And we wanted to do a spot in our match where we used bread as a
like a
A
baguette?
baguette.
a baguette.
As a foreign object.
As a foreign object. And yeah, no, that match went awesome, and the crowd was incredible. I think they
We
earned
still get
themselves-
messages from French fans. They're like, "When are you coming to France?"
Yeah, which stay tuned.
yeah.
Awesome. So Paris is like a top.
Paris is awesome.
I mean, it's hard when you're on tour too. There's not a lot of time.
You don't get a lot of
sometimes.
chance to see stuff. We went to Scotland and we did visit a castle.
We went to a castle.
Ooh,
That was
which-
pretty cool.
Do you remember what city you were in?
Was it Edinburgh?
If it was Edinburgh, there's Edinburgh Castle is like right in the center of
It was like a.
the
That's
it
where we
was a-
went. Yeah. We could see like houses, and it was right next to like a suburb.
I was just in Edinburgh 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and it's honestly one of my favorite cities in the world is Edinburgh.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to go back and spend more time, it's amazing. And I think it gets overlooked sometimes as a destination.
We really enjoyed it. Anytime we did those tours, it was awesome.
We had a lot of fun because we got to hang out with a lot of cool guys, and It's just it's the real wrestling experience.
Yeah.
The one that we signed up for.
Right. The house show loops were always when we were happiest.
Just like the
Because
traveling and
traveling,
on the road.
wrestling, having matches where you don't have to worry about, ad breaks and camera angles, where you just get to play to the crowd as much as you want. Make sure that the people who paid their money to watch the show are having the best time they possibly can. That's what you dream of doing when you want to be a professional wrestler. Like the TV wrestling, no one has ever had fun at TV.
Yeah, well, but
That's true.
That's worth talking about. I mean, like I think people are starting to like learn a little bit more about what the TV wrestling process is like, but it's a TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you see like behind the scenes at a movie or like for movies or TV, and it's constantly like there's just constant production happening. And there's not a lot of acting, it feels like. And we do that with TV and movies, and TV wrestling is oftentimes a lot like that,
It's
where
just
there's
like
this
that.
production.
Yeah, it's a TV
Yes,
show.
100%.
There's a production team and a lot of people scrambling around and panicking. It's a high stress situation.
Yeah, it's a TV show about pro wrestling.
Right.
Not really pro wrestling.
100%.
But good news about the independents is it's all pro wrestling.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
lots of travel.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you can
travel
still-
that doesn't make sense, but you do it anyway and it's worth it.
In terms of like zip, 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 zip.
Yeah.
My first weekend I did Hood Slam in Oakland. And then
Shout out Hood Slam.
Shout out to Hood Slam, and that was in Oakland, California. And then after that show, I had to go right to the airport to fly red eye to New York City. Land that day, barely got any sleep, maybe an hour or two. Wrestle that day, and then we stayed the night for a signing, thankfully in the same city. But so times like that, we were like, God, what am I doing?
That red eye back to the East Coast. So
It's
I'm
brutal.
located on the East Coast, so I do quite often Hood Slam or something in San Francisco or something in LA and then red eye back to the East Coast, and
Yeah.
it is brutal.
It's
but there is something about it. We're like
It makes you
especially
feel
when
like you're
you did it.
Yeah, you feel like
You
you're
feel like
working.
you feel like you're Hulk Hogan doing 370 matches in a year,
Yeah, like
but
it,
not,
not
But not Hulk Hogan.
Not like most of the rest of it.
not everything else about.
Most of it. But yeah, when you're traveling too. Now we're in North Carolina right now. As
Yes.
I said, we're here for
North
Deadlock.
Carolina.
We're here for North Carolina.
You lived
and-
here for a while.
I did live here for a while.
Oh, okay.
I went to school here.
All right.
We're in Raleigh, so I went to school not too far, maybe 20 minutes away in Chapel Hill.
Is that Duke?
No, UNC.
Okay, wait. Yep. So here's the thing. As I said that with a lot of confidence. I don't know anything about where anything like sports related is.
Yeah.
So okay.
Duke is in Durham, which is
okay,
also
so
really
Duke
close.
is in Durham. That's why I was thinking.
Which is
Duke.
where we were last time we were.
Boom. Okay, so I kind of knew something.
I kind of knew something.
You're close.
All I know about Durham is it's a really cool city, and I go for burritos there late at night. 'Cause it's a place that's open late.
Awesome.
But speaking of food and speaking of traveling, backstage here at DPW, everyone's got cookout. Are you
Yeah,
guys-
we were
are
at
you-
cookout last night.
You went to cookout
Yes,
last night.
yes.
So you are a cookout fan.
Big
Yes.
time. Yeah.
What's
I
the
introduced
order?
him
What's the
because-
order?
Well, since
Okay, what's the perfect order? Not necessarily what's the order in a perfect world if you could eat whatever you wanted. What would you get at cookout?
well, I'm an enlightened pescatarian,
Okay.
which means I only eat fish. So what I got last night, which was the perfect order, was a couple of cheese quesadillas,
Okay.
the cheesy tater tots, and some hush puppies, and
Cheesy
a milkshake.
tater tots. Okay, what's the milkshake flavor? So, for y'all who don't know, Cookout is a fast food style place in not just North Carolina, but I think most people
It's
associate
mostly
it with
North
North
Carolina,
Carolina.
yeah.
It's super cheap. Everything is fried, but the other thing that they have is this milkshake menu of it's like 60 or 70 different milkshakes.
Yeah, it's kind
a
of
lot.
intimidating.
What was your shake?
I wanted the peppermint because it's seasonal,
Okay.
but they didn't have it. They lied.
Are we
I ended
past
up getting.
the season?
I panicked, and then I just got walnut, which was also still good.
Walnut.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
filled with walnuts at the bottom. I was
So
shocked.
that's the other thing with Cookout is they use real ingredients. So the shakes have real fruit and things in them.
Yeah.
Walnut.
Yeah.
So I worked for years at an ice cream restaurant, and we had a maple walnut flavor. It was probably similar to. I can't imagine anything else being like walnut. It'd have to have something else.
Yeah, it was it's an earthy taste. It was good.
What was your Cookout? What'd you get?
I got a double cheeseburger with
Okay.
no toppings, just cheese.
Are you,
I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat lettuce, tomato, onion,
Uh,
pickles. Nope, don't like any of it. Never had a salad in my life. I just eat meat and carbs and grains.
This is not like an an allergy thing?
Nope.
No, he's
Preference?
just a baby.
Just personal preference. I just can't stand greens. Can't do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna press you too much.
I'll
on
never
this.
have abs because of it.
I'm not gonna press you too much on this, even though I do think that it is distressing at best.
Gastronomically, I'm fucked. Like, there's simply never going to be a scenario where my guts are good.
What is going on in there?
Not good things.
What?
It's loud and it smells.
When's the last time you tried a vegetable?
My grandma made me eat a salad.
My grandmama.
Like maybe 12 years ago. One time I ate a piece of broccoli because my aunt said she'd buy me a Bionicle if I ate the broccoli.
Okay.
It was I felt like throwing up. I cannot. It's not the taste as much as it is the consistency. I can't stand the feeling of it in my mouth. You can trick me. I can eat sushi. You can put vegetables in sushi and I'll eat it as long as it's surrounded by things I like.
Okay.
I eat this Greek pastry with spinach in it, but there's cheese in it and a
it's
flaky.
kind of mushy, yeah.
So I need to be tricked to eat it.
Okay.
Shakes. I'll have like a blended a veggie smoothie.
And you're good
I can
with
do smoothies, but it's the consistency of leafy greens in my mouth that makes me want to throw up. I don't know what it is.
It's like an aversion to that.
That's right. That's right. My wife is actually a vegetarian.
So I'm vegetarian too. That was my first thought. Was
Yeah.
like, how?
We just share cheese dishes and bread.
Okay, so there is a chance that you will consume vegetables. It'll just have
Yes.
to
By
be
accident.
in disguise.
Exactly, in disguise.
They do
yeah.
make cookbooks, I think, for that. They're
I
mostly
think my wife
aimed at-
has one, yeah.
aimed at children, but that's fine. Like how
Don't read me like that.
Like cauliflower and like a pasta sauce and type thing.
I've eaten cauliflower pizza. Like I've had.
So you had the double
I
cheeseburger.
eat vegan like chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Because we go on double dates with our wives, and
Yes.
my wife is also vegetarian. So between the three of us, there's not a whole lot of meat being eaten.
We go to these fake chicken restaurants, vegan chicken restaurants. I love those chicken sandwiches. That's great, and they have less like fat content. Like I'm a macros guy. I
Yeah.
just go for a certain amount of protein and carbs during the day, and as little fat as possible. So when I want something, but I know that it's kind of not good for me, I'll have the vegan alternative because people are so good now at making meat substitutions.
Yeah, like again, I don't know what an actual chicken sandwich tastes like, but yeah.
So you never ate meat.
So I did, but I was little.
Okay.
So I don't really have a
That's
lot.
how my wife was. She didn't.
Yeah.
She stopped eating meat when she found out that she's like, oh, those are real animals, and she was like,
And it just didn't work anymore.
See, I wish I could do that because I actually am horrified by
The process?
the process and treatment of animals in the factories and farms. I'm just not brave or strong enough. Like that's sort of the thing. Like even my wife was like, if you want, we can raise chickens to be, put in a good environment where they have a happy life, and then we. And I'm like,
Slaughter that.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I can kill something that I named. You know, I know it's
Don't name it.
I know it's objectively better than a chicken being
You
raised.
have
in
to
a-
name
You
it.
have
You're
to
not
name
gonna
it.
not name
No,
Don't
she
name
said
it.
she said we'll have chickens for eggs that we'll name, and then the ones we're gonna eat we won't name. I was like, that's not fair. That's not fair. It's like they were born to die. Like
Yes.
No,
no.
again, you're gonna slip up. You're gonna call it drumstick or
I'm
something.
gonna
like-
name every. I love animals, and the fact that I eat them and knowing the way that they are processed to be consumed, it just gives me a huge ick.
Did
but-
you get a milkshake last night?
I did. I got chocolate. I only eat chocolate.
Okay.
Anything. I only eat chocolate cake. I only eat chocolate cupcakes. I only eat chocolate ice cream. Except I will have vanilla ice cream on a chocolate lava cake.
This is very specific.
It is specific, but it's who I am. I
Sure.
won't have chocolate.
That's
on
who I
top.
am, and I won't apologize.
Are you like a no condiments guy too?
Yes. No ketchup.
No, you like
Ketchup.
But I don't like mustard or mayonnaise or relish.
And the fact that ketchup is tomato adjacent is not.
Nope. I just
It's
I
become a
can
sauce.
I can eat ketchup, but if I take a bite into a tomato, I will throw up.
Okay. What about a tomato sauce?
Yes,
It's
that's fine.
smooth.
Pasta. Yep. That's
Chunky?
Fine. Love
No.
pasta. No soup. No, can't be chunky.
No soup.
No, I have soup, but it has to be smooth.
Okay.
It has to be
so like
creamy.
a cream soup.
Yes.
The chunks are gonna. That's a no.
Chunks
so it's
slap.
definitely like a textural aversion.
It's textual.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Let's unpack that.
Please.
Why is that?
Maybe I wasn't. I think I ate blended food as a baby.
Okay.
So maybe I didn't have the exposure to leafy greens. And then once I was old enough to chew, I probably only picked things that look good to me. I don't know. I don't want to immediately blame my parents, but it is the default.
What do you have other textural aversions?
That's a great question. I actually have a very weak gag reflex. So
Let's unpack that.
if I brush my teeth for too long, I do throw up.
Okay.
So I have to take breaks as I brush my
Okay.
teeth. I have to spit, or else if something's in my mouth for too long, the dentist is brutal.
Yeah, because they keep the tools in there.
When I got the mold for my braces, where you have to bite into a thing for like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I was fighting bile. Like it was.
Because it's like a clay. That
Yes.
You
Yeah.
When I had long hair and I was wrestling, if my hair ever got in my mouth, I'd gag. When somebody I was wrestling decided to fish hook me,
Oh no.
I threw up in my mouth.
That's gross anyway.
If I ever took a mandible claw, it'd be over.
That's disgusting anyway. That is
Wow.
gross.
Well,
That's
you
a little
know,
gross.
yeah, some guys, you know.
How are we doing? How are we doing with the art?
I'm done.
You're done.
It's not gonna get any better than this.
How are you?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm pretty. It's not gonna come together anymore.
It's not gonna come together. You're so disappointed. All right, so we can do the reveal. We can also try to guess what they are.
Okay.
So
This is video game characters?
well, mine I guess is more of a computer game.
All right.
It's a game.
This is.
Oh, let me
this
guess.
is- It's a deep cut
Okay.
for people who used to stream with me, particularly over the pandemic. But
It's Carmen Sandiego.
Is that Carmen Sandiego?
it's Carmen
Yeah!
Sandiego. It's Carmen Sandiego. My stream and I, we played the old computer version of Carmen Sandiego for, guys, what was it? It was like a month.
Those were fun.
It was like a month and a half.
Yeah.
We're playing along. Someone had found like a PDF of the original because you need the user manual
Yeah.
to get some of the answers.
Oh, wow.
Someone had an almanac. We were playing through for months. It glitched and froze.
No.
And you lose all your progress.
It was like I had to just capture like 3 more criminals, and the game
That's brutal.
Done.
Did you ever watch the show?
absolutely
That was a good show.
that's a good
with Rockapella.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so Carmen Sandiego it's my favorite computer game / video game / also my nemesis.
Oh,
because
yeah, that's
she
right.
really fucked me over.
Yeah, you never got her.
Never,
In the end.
never got her. She escaped.
Yeah.
Here she is.
This is my favorite video game character.
I know because
You know who it
I
is.
just
So
know
I
his
don't know if I'm
favorite
gonna know
character.
this.
Yeah.
I
This is a hint.
The snakes?
Yeah.
I don't think I know.
So, do you say he was wearing clothes?
He is wearing clothes.
What's the opposite of clothed?
Naked snake?
Yes!
Yeah.
That's
Snake.
right.
Naked Snake.
Also known as Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay.
And here he is sneaking along, doing his espionage. My favorite game of all time.
He's a sneaky guy.
I like the hands. Is that unique to him or is that just
So I thought as a gaff I could give him, I didn't do it, but I thought about giving him 6 fingers and then saying I was AI. But,
Oh, so he would need like one like long
yeah, exactly. But there's stubby little hand. I gave him some arm hair.
So
too.
we both did a similar thing with the feet, with the shoes, which is not what feet or shoes look like. but
It's
it is
funny.
very
I tried to
fun.
give him boots, but they look more like almost like heels. But-
Yeah.
They look like clogs.
Clogs. That's what I was thinking.
Now you are a little more artistically inclined. No
A little
offense.
bit.
No,
this
no,
is fine.
A
take it.
little bit. But my medium is digital.
Okay.
So I don't draw on a piece of paper often.
Okay. Well, we had to today. So
Okay,
what do we
so
got?
I drew this.
Okay. Okay? So this seems important down at the bottom here.
Yes.
Again, I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
Give me a hint.
It's a number and a letter,
Number and a letter.
and what's after first?
Second.
It's
And what's the second letter?
B.
Yes,
Her name
2B.
is 2B.
2B.
Wait, what is that from?
2B from Near Automata, which is one of my favorite games.
Okay.
I think
A
it's
much
a
deeper cut than I
think
could do.
It's like the thesis of the game is like, can robots feel emotion?
Okay.
So
Kinda like
her name is
Blade Runner.
2B, like to be or not to be.
Like
Oh.
Descartes. Yeah.
Yes, it's a game about robots.
Okay.
Mostly killing little robots. They're pretty cute little guys.
So I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that. They are very cute.
Is
Yeah.
that a cock? What is it?
What?
What's that?
It's a
supposed to
little
be? Oh, it's his
face, that's
hand.
his
Oh. When you said I don't know about that, I was like,
That's just cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's lots of little robots. They're just like loose and swinging around.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
The whole point of the game, it's an action game, but it's all about.
And she's a robot too, right?
Yeah, she is also.
Okay.
Well, no, she's an android. So it's androids fighting robots, and you discover that the androids who are fighting robots are actually kind of the same thing.
Spoiler.
So it's an interesting.
Is she hot because she's a video
I was
game
gonna say
character?
like, why does a robot need boobs?
Well, all of the androids are humanoid, whereas
Okay.
the robots look like little guys.
And that's
Little
the
guys.
distinction.
Yes.
Boobs.
But
Boobs.
at the center, they have the same core,
Oh.
which is like, why are they fighting? You know.
Why are they fighting?
Why are they fighting?
Think about it.
All
Yeah. I drew her because I like drawing cute girls.
Okay, I think so yours is very good. Yours is you really tried.
Yep. Yes, I did.
And mine doesn't really look like Carmen Sandiego, but it's a
you
But I
person.
got it.
I was gonna say I was gonna guess Carmen, but then I was like, but it's not red. It's more like a burgundy.
It's a burgundy,
you know what I mean?
burgundy.
And doesn't
Sandiego.
Carmen have yellow in her whole getup?
Yeah, actually I think her coat might be yellow, but I drew
This
it
is
red.
more like a incognito strawberry shortcake.
Oh,
It does. It is giving a little strawberry
Yeah.
shortcake.
It's giving shortcake right here with the
It's
little
like
thing.
strawberry shortcakes going to the Publix parking lot to flash people.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I've come up with a new product line
New
for
comparison.
strawberry shortake.
You heard
All
it here
right.
first.
Well, thanks guys.
That's our pleasure.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you
And
very
you
much.
created some art. You gotta sign it. You gotta sign
sure,
it.
yeah.
Sign your art.
Yeah,
Sign
is
your
this the
art.
whole reason you have the show is to sell signed art?
Oh yeah. This is going right on eBay.
It's all a racket.
Yeah.
Like my signature, it's a bunch of squiggles.
Who?
Yeah. The reason I do it like that is because in WWE they make you sign 500 trading cards
Oh,
in
so
one
do it
sitting.
real
And I
fast.
said, "Fuck this! I'm just making."
Well, this is a first and only edition.
Mm-hmm. This
First
is 1-to-1.
edition. 1 of 1.
But we're gonna really find you guys. I mean, not
you-
like physically. Like
Well, you can find us
Well,
all
my
over
house
the
is
world.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dox yourself. You can find us most importantly at twitch.tv/greatblackotaku, where we stream twice or 3 times a week. They're very fun streams where we have conversations just like this, and sometimes we play video games where we book the year 2006.
Yeah, we fantasy book. Yeah.
We fantasy book it. What else? You can find me on Twitter or X.
Or Zitter.
At Zitter, at Great Black Otaku. And you can find me on Instagram at Great Black Otaku. And you can find us on TikTok at The Insiders TV.
With a Z, Insiders TV.
Like cool 90s
Like
kids.
cool 90s kids. I'm Suave Mansoor, SUAVE on all socials. Follow both of us and follow our the TikTok channel or the Instagram, The Insiders TV, because we put out like clips from the stories we tell, and we have a very talented video editor, Sam Origins, who makes them hilarious. So you're definitely gonna want to check those out.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Episode 1!